I mean, if anyone wants to explain how Sutherland Springs would have been prevented by criminalizing private transfers, or how would Parkland have been prevented by criminalizing private transfers? In fact, California, the San Bernardino attack, that actually was a violation of California's own criminalization of private transfers. Any private transfer that takes place in the state of California has to go through an FFL, and the two terrorists that carried out that horrible tragedy broke that law. So, because they're criminals, and that's what criminals do. And for those individuals who say, well, that's just like saying, why have laws on murder or drunk driving? That's a bad analogy. In fact, the more correct analogy would be to say if someone is abusing their privilege of owning and driving a vehicle, and that's the difference between cars and guns. I had this discussion on social media earlier. Cars are privilege, not a natural right, as is firearm ownership. If someone drives under the influence and then gets busted for it, is the punishment to ban everyone from driving an automobile? No. That is the correct analogy in this. This legislation isn't going to do anything. I told you that it was going to pass the Democrat-controlled House, though. That socialist disarmament wave, more and more of them are coming into power, not just in the House, but also in the Senate. However, with the stronger 2A majority in the Senate, this bill won't see light of day. Thankfully, our rights are protected for now, but you have to remember midterms, and you have to remember the next general election, which is just around the bend. All of your rights could be gone faster than Thanos can snap his fingers if we are not all active and we're not all engaged in the next election.